21, where we talk hot topics, trending topics, what's going on in the news, what's going on in the media. We're going to talk a little bit of politics, and we'll probably get into some hot topics in regards to celebrities. Like the video as you guys come in. Like the video as you guys come in. Support the channel by liking the video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I appreciate y'all. Like before, we are trying to get to a goal we've been trying to meet for a while, but it's okay. Sometimes I go live, sometimes I don't. So I would have been able to meet that goal probably in December, January, if I was going live and I wasn't kind of doing my vacation thing. I was doing my vacation thing. But like the videos, y'all come in. Thanks for being here. Let me go ahead and do my disclaimer. All comments are allegedly. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Like the videos you guys come in. Thanks for being here. Let me just do my please like the video. Like the video by thumbs up the video. There's that. My page is a little different. I try and protect my page by doing my disclaimer, doing my please like the video by thumbs and up. I might start putting it in comments so that way I don't have to stop as much. But if the likes aren't where they need to be, then I'll have to stop it and say, okay. So let's get to this clip in regards to Barack talking about him.
Worried if your grandpa started acting like this. You would. I mean, you'd like call up your brother, your cousin, or something. Be like, hey, have you seen Grandpa lately? What are we gonna do? But this is from somebody who wants unchecked power. Wants the most powerful office on earth with the nuclear codes and all that. Now, the point is we do not need to see older, loonier Donald Trump looks like. You would be worried if your grandpa started acting like this. You would. I mean, you'd like call up your brother, your cousin, or something. Be like, hey, have you seen Grandpa lately? What are we gonna do? But this is coming from somebody who wants unchecked power. Wants the most powerful office on earth with the nuclear codes and all that. Now, the point is we do not need to see older, loonier Donald Trump looks like. You would be.
Okay, so there's that. So let's go ahead and get to the news. Thanks for being here, everyone. Like the videos you guys come in. Please like the videos you guys come in. All you have to do is double tap the screen to hit the like. It's very easy. All you have to do is double tap the screen to hit the like button. So let's go ahead and get into the video in regards to what the news is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate everyone for being here.
To meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on the sidelines
good morning,
of the
good morning.
Economic Forum in Davos. And the president's envoys are set to meet Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Moscow. This is the latest round of negotiations on the war in Ukraine. It has been a busy morning, to say the least. A short time ago, the president officially launched his so-called Board of Peace. 19 nations attended the signing ceremony, but the only European ally present, Hungary's authoritarian leader Viktor Orban, the absence of any other major European allies, was notable there. The board was created to oversee the reconstruction of Gaza, though the president has hinted the scope could be much, much wider.
Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do, and we'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. You know, I've always said the United Nations has not used it.
Right. Also this morning, there are new questions about what the president called a framework of a future deal on Greenland. He retreated on his latest tariff threats to European allies, but what was actually agreed to remains a bit vague. Let's get right to CNN's Caitlin Collins, who's been working round the clock in Davos with the very latest. Like I said, a whole lot of activity, but a whole lot of questions, too.
John, there is. And I was just in the president's speech as he was sitting down with the world leaders that we know have signed on to this board of peace. Many of them were either on that stage or represented by some of their top senior aides on stage there. The White House says that they believe about 30 of the 50 countries, 50-ish, I would say, they didn't specify exactly how many people have been invited, but about 30 of those have signed on to being on the board of peace. According to the White House, these invitations, though, just went out last Friday, which is why the White House says you didn't see all of those members on that stage. And though the president says that everyone wants to be on the board of peace and that he's gotten no rejections almost, or very few, we do know that there are several countries that are at least still skeptical of this and have not yet committed to joining. That includes the United Kingdom, France, Norway, several others, Italy as well, that have not yet said yes to this. One person who has, according to the president, said yes is President Putin of Russia. That is something the Kremlin has not yet confirmed, though they've been talking about using his frozen assets in the United States to pay to be on the board of peace after that first 3-year term is up. All of that is still up in the air, and it's still a big question of what exactly the future of the board of peace is going to look like. The White House is certainly touting it, and when we were just in the room a few moments ago, we heard not just from President Trump, but from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Jared Kushner, and Steve Witkoff as well, who, as you noted, John, are headed to Russia later today. They really focused on Gaza, and quite an ambitious plan as far as Jared Kushner going through a PowerPoint, basically, to rebuild Gaza. And one slide that I saw estimated cost probably about $25 billion. It's not clear who exactly is going to pay all of that $25 billion that they have for their vision of reconstructing Gaza, but that is at least what the president was setting out to do today before he's got these other bilateral meetings with their world leaders, including Ukrainian President Zelensky, who was not initially slated to be here. We did just spot him, though, as he is set to meet with the president soon, John.
So, Caitlin, as we wait for word on what comes out of that meeting, what is actually known about what kind of deal there is over Greenland, if there is, in fact, a deal?
Not a ton of detail. We were waiting for the president last night as he was finishing up meetings here at the Davos Forum. And when he came out, that was when he had announced in the middle of that, after that meeting with the NATO Secretary General, that they had reached that framework. When he came out, we asked for details because it wasn't really clear the timeline, whether or not it still included U.S. ownership like the president has been demanding. All of those were still huge questions here. And the White House says basically that the details will be released once it's fully agreed to. So this is still very much a prospective deal, but it has gotten the president to back down off his tariff threat. And obviously, as he was ruling out military force in Greenland yesterday, he told me it's an infinite deal that would go on for forever, John, when I asked the president if he still wants to own Greenland, as he has made very clear that he wants to do. So there's still a lot of questions there in terms of what exactly that's going to look like. And I'll tell you, I just spoke to Kevin Hassett, one of the president's top economic advisors here on the sidelines of Davos. He said those details still aren't fully known to him either. And obviously he works in the economic sphere, but the tariff threat that the president had made that relevant to his portfolio. So there are still questions even within the administration of exactly what this deal is going to look like, and of course whether or not it's ultimately agreed to.
Yeah, I suppose I should have been much more careful about even calling it a deal at this point. A framework with a lot of questions still remaining. Caitlin Collins in Davos, like I said, like a 40-hour day straight for you. Thank you for all the work you're doing there. Keep us posted as there are new developments.
This is the president in Davos, where he has just finished the signing ceremony for the Board of Peace Charter. This is a board that has, at the moment, at least 20 charter members, countries from Jordan, Morocco, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Hungary, and the purpose of the Board of Peace is to oversee the reconstruction of Gaza, promote stability and peace in governments, and also restore law and governance in conflict zones. Which brings us to the next point. The president just now in his comments was asked about Ukraine, which obviously is still mired in its war with Russia. The president said that there may be a meeting with Putin today or tomorrow, that he's still, the U.S. is still interested in working on that particular conflict. I want to add one more. This kind of wraps up an interesting 48 hours in Davos, where the president backed away from tariff threats against European allies over his goal of taking Greenland in an extensive speech yesterday, where he said he would not use force. So I want to talk to my panel about all of this, because I think even a few weeks ago, Megan, you and I were like, why is he going to Davos? They're always talking about global elites. What does he want to do there? He's not going to go announce a housing thing or whatever. It has been a consequential couple of days. First, because of that escalation over Greenland, and now because of this conversation over how the war in Gaza will end and whether the Board of Peace, through its investment forward strategy.
Let's continue with the news. Thanks for being here, everyone. Like the video as you guys come in. Like the video as you guys come in. Thanks for being here, and thanks for supporting. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
And he used it for about 5 minutes.
Thanks for being here. Like the video as you guys come in. Thanks for being here. Just give me 1 second.
Let's check in on Davos.
My prediction is there'll be more robots than people. Everyone on Earth is going to have one and going to want one, because who wouldn't want a robot to, assuming it's very safe, watch over your kids, take care of your pet. if you have elderly parents, we are in the most interesting time in history.
A robot who takes care of us? Didn't we already try that? With Biden? The auto pen just cut checks, pardoned crooks, and almost bankrupted us. I want a boss with flesh and bones, who I don't need to program and charge his battery. Like the man who never sleeps. Trump is landing back in America tonight after a pretty busy 48 hours in Davos. When he was in Switzerland, not sure if you heard, he demoted the UN and created the Board of Peace and packed it with his golfing buddies.
I think, let me see. Yeah, every one of them is a friend of mine. A couple, let's see, a couple I like, a couple I don't like. No, I like, actually, in this group, I like every single one of them. Can you believe it? Usually I have about 2 or 3 that I can't stand.
And in a shocking development, Trump named himself the chairman of the board and called it an honor and hired the UN as his secretary.
Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do, and we'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. You know, I've always said the United Nations has got tremendous potential, has not used it. On the 8 wars that I ended, I never spoke to the United Nations about any of them.
This is what happens when you sabotage Trump's escalator and Jimmy with his teleprompter. The Trump Board of Peace already doing more than the UN. We're building golf clubs in Gaza. The only thing they'll be fighting over now is tea times.
This is a great location. It all begins, I'm a real estate person at heart, and it's all about location. And I said, look at this location on the sea. Look at this beautiful piece of property, what it could be for so many people. It'll be so great. People that are living so poorly are going to be living so well.
Look into the future. The Board of Peace is envisioning what looks like Dubai on the Mediterranean. Kind of looks like a Muslim Miami Beach. But just because it's the Board of Peace doesn't mean we're not going to get a piece of the action.
About the formation of the Peace Summit, and I was like, is that PIEC? Little piece of Greenland, a little piece of Venezuela.
Elon Scott Gutfeld writing his jokes. Poor guy. But he's right. It's not just a little piece of Greenland. Trump says we're getting full access.
I'm not going to have to pay anything. We're going to have total access to Greenland. We're going to have all military access that we want. We're going to be able to put what we need on Greenland because we want it. We're talking about national security and international security. So we're going to not have to pay anything other than the fact that we are building the Golden Dome.
So let's continue with the news, hot topics, trending topics. So Barack had this to say, and then we'll continue.
Your grandpa started acting like this. You would. I mean, you'd like call up your brother, your cousin, or something. Hey, have you seen Grandpa lately? What are we gonna do? But this is coming from somebody who wants unchecked power. Wants the most powerful office on earth. With the nuclear codes and all that. Now, the point is we do not need to see older, loonier, Donald Trump looks like. You would be worried.
Okay, so there's that. So let's continue with the news. Like the videos, you guys come in.
You felt the bruising on your hand. Are you okay?
Very good. I clipped it on the table. So I put a little, what do they call it, cream on it. But I clipped it. I would say take aspirin if you like your heart, but don't take aspirin if you don't want to have a little bruising. You know, if you take I take the big aspirin.
You felt the bruising on your hand. Are you okay?
Very good. I clipped it on the table.
So many people have been talking about the bruising. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip. So it looked like, I'm not going to play the audio. It looks like Cardi B is feeding her man. Everyone's saying Cardi B stood by the stove all night after Stephon Diggs brought home the win. Now, whether she stood by the stove all night, I can't confirm or deny, but I know that he was saying something about he's okay how she celebrate, but in certain ways, he has to talk with her. So there's that. It's being reported that Kim Kardashian may have taken North out of school. Okay, y'all, let's generally talk about this. As y'all know, the Kardashians are allowing North to trend and go viral. Let's just say it that way. Beautiful girl. North is she likes to play dress up. She likes to experiment with different hairstyles, different clothes. I'm wondering if She's allowing this because the wanting to trend, wanting to go viral, if that has distracted her from her studies. You have to also realize as she trends and go viral, kids may feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And she may not be as focused on school. North's a beautiful girl. She deserves the very best. She has Kanye and Kim as parents. And there's a lot going on in the media in regards to Kim and Kanye. It is being reported, alleged, that Kim may possibly take the West name off and put the children's name as Kardashian. We'll see what happens. Well wishes to North. If she has been taken out of school, you have to understand Kanye mentioned where the children, and then a lot of times Kim don't give the kids a lot of privacy. She comes out of the exit where the cameras are going to be. And alleged Kanye said there's a private entrance and exit. So Kim could have always chosen that, but she didn't choose that. So well wishes to North if she is getting homeschooled and getting what she needs. You have to understand too. Remember Kylie and Kendall pretty much did the same thing. They were saying the schedule, the filming schedule, they were a little bit older though in regards to, and that's why they had the graduation in the house by the steps. I just thought about that, because they were homeschooled. There wasn't going to be a graduation at the school. I just thought about that. Remember when Kendall and Kylie and everybody kind of surprised them with the graduation ceremony, and they were kind of like, oh my goodness, because they were homeschooled. So now I get it, you know. So that uglier and different, Kim's made a decision to let North get private schooling. That would mean North needs to travel with Kim more, because Kim won't be, North won't be in school. North's going to be with home most of the day. So are the nannies tutoring her, or is Kim going to have to hire a special tutor to tutor her at the home base? So we'll see. We'll see. And hopefully, it's a lot. The Kardashians want the children to trend and go viral. They're not giving the children a lot of privacy. It's kind of concerning. You would want them to be maybe 17, 18 before they try and trend to go viral. So that way, any relationships they build, those are relationships that's built not just on their fame. But we'll see what happens. Many people feel that the Kardashians should give the children privacy. And we're going to show that Kim likes to trend. We're going to show that Kim likes to trend. This is Christy. Of course, her and her husband are going through a divorce. I can push it back. I didn't want to really show the picture of Nor. This was them back in the day. We're going to continue. Many people have been talking about Kim and Jonathan, if they're still friends. Can't confirm or deny. We know Kim and Jonathan used to hang, and they were tight. They were close friends. And I remember seeing a video in regards to, hold on one second. I remember seeing a video in regards to Jonathan pulling up into the house and he's saying, my goodness, it's so hard to get in here now with all the security and check-in. And she was like, well, that's what we have to do. So I can't confirm or deny if they're still cool or not. I don't know. They're talking. I'm going to have to listen to that later. Hold on one second. Like the video as you guys come in.
Going on that I really can't understand right now. He's done a lot for the Lakers, bro. Like, he is iconic. There were some people that didn't like the way Jeannie handled things in that family. Because what happened was Janie, Jesse, the other ones got fired. She gets to stay on for another 5 years. How is that fair, Ocho? These people were mad that Jeannie removed them. Janie also said her father would not be pleased with the way this situation happened. Steve Machado said he's selling the team before it ever gets to this point. He said because it'll rip a family apart. Now, does LeBron have an ego? And I tell people this all the time. The greater the person, the bigger the ego. Jeannie, not only did you get LeBron in 2019 without having to do any work, you also got Anthony Davis and got a championship. And in the process of getting Anthony Davis, you was able to trade him and parlay into that to Luka Doncic. Without LeBron James, you get none of this. Name a great athlete that you don't believe have an ego. If you give up control, that's on you. But you know why you really gave him that control? Because you knew it was good for...
Like the video.
Who was looking for the Lakers? That's Cole Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you played your first 5.
So many people have been talking about this. We're going to show another clip that many people were talking about this. Let's see. Drake fights back after the lawsuit loss. Okay, so let's continue. Fair use reaction clip.
You see we have 3 shades going on here. We have the orange, yellow,
whatever's going on the face here, white skin, and then this bruise right here. Now, I thought he got the bruise from shaking people's hands all the time, but that's his left hand. He doesn't shake hands with his left hand. And of course, Kara Lyon Levitt came out today and said, oh, he hit it on a desk. You hit your hand on a desk and this is the bruise it caused? Okay, yeah. If you watched any part of the speech yesterday, it was a mess. He was slurring. He was confusing Greenland with Iceland. He just was stumped over. He looked rough, and now this. Something is going on with this guy. And I believe that we as the American people have the right to know if he is cognitively falling apart or if there's some serious health issues here. We have the right to know. He's the president of this country. He affects us every day. So if there's something wrong, which we need to know. Yeah, a desk caused that. I know they're lying to us all the time, but
and see, I don't know any older people currently that age where they're constantly getting bruises. We often see older people that have bruises, but we don't know what it's from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to call a person and say, well, hey, sometimes I see you with bruises. What does that mean? I'm not going to do that. But well wishes, we don't know what's going on with him, but they've noticed that in regards to his hands. They've noticed the concerns in regards to the ankles. And then JFK says something about how he eats and the things he eats. And he's concerned about the things that he eats. Have y'all noticed that? Did y'all see that short? I think I did a short regarding it. In regards to, he spoke about what he likes to eat and the fast food place he likes to eat. I'm not going to shade the fast food place, but yeah, he's getting older, y'all.
He's the president of this country. He affects us every day. So if there's something wrong, which appears to be, we need to know. Yeah, a desk caused that. I know they're lying to us all the time, but we need answers on this. Something is going on.
So well wishes to whatever is going on. Okay, so this is kind of cute. A$AP Rocky mom always wanted him to end up with Rihanna. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing when a mama likes a girl because she sees her for who she is. Rihanna's well established. She has Fenty. She's sung. She's been an artist for many years. When a mom really likes a girl, that's an amazing thing. Now, mind you, I think people had said that they were really, really close friends for a while. And then for them to be together and have children, it's a beautiful thing when a mom likes well, let's see, his son's girlfriend or his son's fiance. I don't even know if they're engaged, or I don't know if they're statements out there that they've gotten married. I don't know. But he briefly talks about it. She was always my boo. I always liked, you know, he always messed with her. My mother used to say, I know you like this girl that you're with right now, but I want you with Riri. So that's cute.
Similarities is just funny. We laugh about it a lot. She was always my boo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always sort of, my mother used to say it like, I know you like this girl that you with right now. I ain't gonna say no names, but I want you with Riri.
So that's cute. So there's that. So go check out that podcast in regards to A$AP Rocky recently. And Rihanna really looks happy. We know that A$AP Rocky has dated many people in the past, but now he's ended up with Rihanna and they have children together. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip. Now, it's being reported that Kai Cenat is coming out with a fashion line. I need Kai to be very careful of his designs, showing his designs. Some people may need to teach him. You can't show everybody your stuff. I've been seeing him go to different events. He's opening up his book. He's showing this designer, that designer. You got to be careful because certain designers will lose their oomph, lose their creativity. So they want to look at the new up and coming person's design. So hopefully Kai Cenat won't say somebody's taking his designs. So this is a person that's saying if he designs for. So well wishes. We noticed there was a report recently that said something about Kai Cenat might be getting design assistance or help from Ye or Kanye. Can't confirm or deny, but if that's true, it is what it is. But I want to be careful showing the designs because there's no telling if. So the designs, people are very, very interesting in regards to trying to take people's creative look or style. Like the videos, you guys come in.
Children's name, a move insiders say is being driven by ongoing issues with the absentee father, Kanye West. According to an insider who spoke with Radar Online, Kim Kardashian believes her co-parenting arrangement with West exists in name only.
There's music playing in the background. So they're basically saying that it's talking about possibly changing the children's name. Now, I don't know if that sparked Kanye to come back around, but he did come back around. Will she change the name from West to Kardashians? I don't know. She utilized the name to get where she is. Now she may want to change the name. It's possible. Kim and Kanye's gone back and forth, but then 2 weeks ago she was throwing on boots. So Kim likes to trim Kanye. She do. She likes to trim with him whenever she can. And there's that. I'm not gonna really go into much regarding them. Like the video.
What's up, guys? In a new episode of These Niggas Better Stay in Their Place. Jeannie Buss says that she feels LeBron is ungrateful for the Lakers drafting Bronny James. And I know a lot of people going to eat that up, and they're going.
So she spoke out recently talking about she felt that LeBron was ungrateful.
And I know a lot of people going to eat that up, and they're going to love that. See, Bronny don't belong in whatever this and that, whatever. Right? Giannis got all his brothers on the goddamn team. That seems to not be a problem. But anyway, let's go. So when LeBron joined the Lakers, we're just going to talk facts. The Lakers was estimated evaluation of $3.3 billion. The Lakers sold last year for $10 billion. That is a $6.7 billion increase since LeBron joined the team. I think you're the fucker who needs to be grateful. I don't.
Okay, so I'm a go past.
Like a $4 million contract. That's peanuts to what he's made you. Right?
I'm gonna go past because he cursing too much, and we try not to do cursing over here. Like the video. Jamal Bryant, his wife was trending about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Blake Lively and Taylor Swift have been talked about. Like the videos, y'all come in. I kind of was listening to what the person was saying, but I don't know. I kind of tried to stay away from the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. This is Trump and Melania from years ago.
I was taking a break, but here I am.
But I'll listen to him.
Hello, my friend. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and still your #1 source for everything It Ends With Us saga. I want to apologize to Scooter Braun. Let me explain. By now, I'm sure that most of you have seen the text messages between Taylor Swift and Liar Lively. When the great unsealing happened on Tuesday, I was a little preoccupied with everything talky tick. If you know, you know. But I want to assure you, there's no conspiracy. I still think she is despicable, and let's do this. I would say the biggest fallout for these text messages being made public is now Taylor Swift.
Like the video.
She has been exposed for being a liar. And that hurts me to say because you all know I love Taylor Swift, and I've seen your comments. Some of you thought I was ignoring this because I am an OG and hardcore Swiftie. The biggest mistake, the fatal flaw that Taylor did was releasing a statement officially on the record from her publicist. Tree said Taylor had no involvement whatsoever. Taylor did not know what was going on. Taylor was busy on the biggest tour of all time. Tree Payne now has egg on her face. But Taylor's publicist was just taking marching orders. A statement like that would not have been released without Taylor Swift's directive and approval. And now, I believe we were lied to before.
So there's that. Everybody's been talking about the Taylor Swift situation. Okay, Kim Kardashian has been... Okay, so Kim talked about this in regards to that Luca post. She's trying to say it was fake in regards to her making a comment to him. So she's saying, I don't know if she's trying to say that her account was hacked. I'm careful about playing the clip in regards to Chloe's podcast because I don't want them trying to give me problems, because every time I sometimes say something or other people say something, they're listening. So we've noticed that they'll make certain comments or they'll do certain things. Just like I said, we rarely see Timothy, Kylie with the kids. Kylie having a good old time with Timothy, and we rarely see her children out with the boyfriend she's had for 3 years. So now there's a bunch of posts in regards to Kylie, Timothy, and Timothy basically living in our house, and we all knew Timothy was traveling. Timothy rarely saw Kylie. He rarely showed up at different events, because if he was living with her, he would have been at certain events. XYZ, everybody's trying to say if they're in love, they're in love. The Kardashians love to push a narrative. Kylie needed an image cleanup, and Timothy's there to clean it up. Now Travis Scott is trying to trend in regards to trying to clean up his image. So here nor there. The Kardashians love to trend. So if he was living with her, we would have saw his backside making breakfast with the kids or playing in the backyard with the kids. And I told you at some point there's going to be pictures of him with the kids, because Timothy was having a good old time. Did y'all see the video of him and Adam Sandler playing basketball? Okay, why wasn't Kylie's son with Timothy? So Timothy is dating Kylie, but it looks like he's more focused on dating Kylie than being a good boyfriend to the children. And Kylie wasn't married to Travis Scott, so Timothy could be around the kids if he wanted. They've been together 3 years, and a lot of the videos or pictures we see, it's Kylie and Timothy having a good time, like she don't even have children. What's up with that? So here nor there. Kim is trying to say that the post was fake. She did not say anything about that, and then she's trying to say alleged she don't want to go to no Laker games because she's embarrassed of whoever posted that. Um, in regards to, you know, the language or something, and he kind of posted something back saying, whatever. The Kardashians love to trend go viral. Y'all could tell I'm kind of, but they love to trend go viral. I don't know if this is like a wig. I don't know what she got going on her head, but it's interesting. Even though I told y'all then, Chris wanted Khloe to do a podcast. So when they go on the podcast, they can clean up different narratives. Of course, they gave it to Khloe, and Khloe took it. Whenever there's narratives that they need to clean up, they'll go on Khloe's podcast to clean it up, or Khloe will talk about it, or have somebody else talk about something similar that they're going through and make it seem like a cleanup needs to happen. So many people are wishing Khloe well. She chose the baby daddy she chose. Kim chose the baby daddy she chose, and Kanye has trended. And this is the biggest thing. If you know that man has medical concerns, medical issues, I get she was fed up with Kanye and his statements and what. But her most recent podcast, if he's having moments and medical issues, it's not easy possibly for him to be around the children if he's having those ups and downs. And many people had thought over the last 8 or 9 months he might have been in a facility trying to get some help and assistance. And we saw him sitting on the ground talking to the group or whatever. So if you know he got concerns, I said before, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I have to watch what I say, because I'm now noticing people are making shirts and cups on little blur things I say. So I got to be careful of my little blur things now. Yes, because I don't watch people as much as I used to. Um, my style is a little different. I try and debunk stuff over here. I try and make sure you guys know the information, and we talk about pretty much whatever's going on in media. So yeah, well wishes to Kim and Khloe. The men they've chosen for their baby daddies: Kim and Kanye, Khloe, Tristan, and then Kylie and Travis Scott. Baby, ooh wee, they like the men that's gonna cause drama and help them trend. Okay, Drake donates to support. Okay, there's gonna be another video. Okay, so he talked about the hand too. We're gonna continue because there's another, and then people are talking about Erica too. This was interesting. Let me see if I want to play a little bit of this.
Saga could get any darker, but boy, was I wrong.
Oh,
man, that's deep in there. Give them cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sex sells, babe.
Sex sells.
Sex.
So this is Erica with her
She just
ex-boyfriend.
said, all the Christian value shit is absolute bullshit.
So that's Erica with her ex-boyfriend. They were doing a live video. I watched probably about 5 minutes of it. Erica's been alleged sending cease and desist to certain pages as they talk about her and look her up. And they talk about RIP to Charlie Kirk. I did not agree with a lot of things he said, thought. I did not agree with a lot of that. But many people are talking about Erica, period. So go back, look her up. You'll see a most recent video with her boyfriend. You can see it. I got to be careful of the clips I play, but um
Swift in Travis Kelce's comment section following the release of her text messages with Blake Lively. Things have truly gotten out of hand. Here's what's going on. So in case you somehow missed the news as part of the whole Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni legal battle, messages between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively have been made public. And people have a lot of mixed opinions on these messages. One message in particular has gone mega viral. Taylor Swift was texting Blake Lively when all of this drama was starting, and in reference to Justin Baldoni, Taylor Swift said, "I think that B knows something is coming because he's gotten out his tiny violin." And now, because of all of this, people are coming for Taylor Swift in Travis Kelce's comment section. Someone said, "Never thought Taylor Swift was a mean girl and a snake like Blake." Someone else said, "Get Justin on your podcast and apologize to him." So disappointed after seeing all the text messages with Blake, I was rooting for you at Taylor Swift. I wonder if Taylor is going to get her tiny violin.
So there's that. Many people have been talking about this Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. Okay, so we have another Kim and Khloe. I'm not gonna play the clip. Kim Kardashian uses Britney Spears' fame to get paparazzi pictures. She do this now. She utilizes people to trend and go viral. She do this now. So basically what she's trying to say is, back in the day, if she would find out that a certain person was at a certain location, she would go to the location knowing that the paparazzi was outside. See, this is something we talked about too. Why she always act like she at a hotel and nobody else is staying at the hotel. She act like she the only famous one. She comes out and the cameras are there. Who called for the camera and paparazzi people? So this is another thing that many people have talked about, that she loves the media attention. She's got to have it, and she has to have people ooh and ahhing over her at least once a month, if not twice a month. So this is her talking about, she utilizes Britney. She found out Britney was at a location. She went, and then who she was with told her, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't smile. We're going to go in. We're going to get these pictures. And then we're going to come out. And they kept saying, don't smile and don't say hi. Don't wave. Let's just get these pictures. So we knew that's what she was doing. A lot of these celebrities will do that. They'll go to a location just to be seen and to stay and be relevant. And it's many people are calling her out because, are you doing the same thing with your daughter? You want your daughter to trend, you want your daughter to go viral, because at some point people are going to stop caring in regards to what they're doing, what they're selling, blah blah blah. We understand, we see it. So she admits that that's what she was doing. She basically still do that now. The Kardashians want to trend and go viral. Now remember, about, let me see, I'd say about 2 or 3 years ago, whenever someone was trending, it was kind of creepy. Kim would have to attach herself to that person somehow, some way. Whenever somebody was trending about 2 or 3 years ago, Kim would literally fly to that location. If Usher was trending, which he was in regards to his residency, she went. When she went the first time, it didn't trend. So then she went again with Chloe and Kimora. Then that kind of went a little viral. And then Adele was in concert. She had to be there. Katy Perry was in concert. She had to be there. That had to trim. Her camera people had to be there. Yes, correct. Hollywood. They love the attention. If they don't get it, they try and force it. Remember when Blueface and Krishan was trending? They didn't like it because a lot of people were, no matter whether you like Blueface or Krishan, you were kind of talking about it. The Kardashians did not like that. Kardashians did not like that Blueface and Krishan was getting all the attention for a good 2 years. For a good 2 years. So anyway, she wanted to trend with Usher. She wanted to trend with Katy Perry. She wanted to trend with Adele. Whenever somebody was going viral, more so than her, it was kind of creepy. She had to be in the mix of, her name needed to be added with those people. So, well wishes. In regards to the children, well wishes to the children. Kanye likes to trend and go viral a few times a year, and then he's quiet. And when he likes to trend and go viral, he really likes to trend and go viral. So the children are picking up. The children are picking up certain things that they like attention. They like attention to sell products. They like attention to um, show the projects they're in. I told you, in regards to the Kardashians, there's several different phases. Chloe has a phase where she's talking about relationships. Chloe has a phase where she's talking about, healing from. And how they treat Chloe is interesting. Kim would never let them treat her like this. And then you have the Courtney situation. Courtney's married. She's the only sister that's married. And they shade her in her marriage. Remember all that situation in regards to the dress, the design, working with the team. Kim was like, "Oh, you chose the same location. You chose the same musician." Kim don't like that Courtney married. They will shade Courtney to the ground. Kim likes to shade her to the ground. Courtney likes to be with her man, kissing on her man, and Courtney loved to be with her children. Kim wants to trend and go viral and be with her children, and she wants to sell products. So Courtney's makeup is different. So it'll So then the mom had to step in because Courtney wanted to take a step back. And the mom noticed that. So the mom can be in a whole relationship for years. The mom can be in a whole relationship for years. Her with Corey, her with Bruce, who's now respectfully Caitlyn, her with Mr. Kardashian, RIP to him. But yeah, the mom can be in a whole relationship, but the girls are expected to date. Go back and look at it. Kim Kardashian, Kanye West. Kim Kardashian, Pete Davis. Kim Kardashian, Chris Humphries. Kim Kardashian, the Ray J situation. It's a lot. It's a lot. I saw a picture of some of her exes, and I don't know if I'll post that tonight, but it was like, wow. Kim Kardashian, her first husband. She's been married 3 times. It is what it is. But they're expected to date. So Kim is admitting that she likes to utilize certain situations to turn to go viral. This is the other thing I talked about a month ago. There was a page, it was Candace. Candace was talking about Britney somehow and different things that was going on with Britney. Not even 24 hours, 48 hours later, they were in pictures with Britney. So I told y'all, whenever they can bring a situation, and see, this is the other thing y'all got to realize too. These celebrities will stick together. The how should I say it? The PR team will try and have celebrities stick together to create stories and create narratives. And okay, let me help you with your image. You help me with my image. So sometimes we wonder, well, why would you be with them? What are you doing? Have you heard what they had going on? Why would you attach your name to that? The celebrities like to trend together. So yeah. Yeah. Well, this is what we do on YouTube. We talk hot topics, trending topics for you to care. You're here and you're listening. Go on your page and do you. So there's that. So I think I'm gonna cut it short. The views are not viewing. I'll get back into that algorithm when I can. I almost didn't go live today, and I was gonna take the whole weekend off, but it'll get back to the get back. But thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.